Hello, and welcome in to the final episode of this series of The Growing of the Dim. Episode 6, The Mother Under the Mountain.
Our
Um,
mother.
yeah. With me, I've got an amazing cast of wonderful folks, and they're just going to briefly tell us who they are and who they're playing tonight, and we can definitely get into the right spots once I start rearranging things. Boop. Mm, one second, everybody. Please stand by. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Pro streamer here. And there we go. Everybody's in the right place again. Mm-hmm. So, um, it is already the end, unfortunately. It was only a 6 episode run this season, but we will be back in a season or two with the same lovely cast telling a little bit of a different story. But we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves, starting with the incredible Becca.
That's me.
I could
Hi.
have I could have done
It,
more for that, but there's no build up.
no,
It's just meh.
it's okay. It's you could have said this trash monster. Hi, I'm Becca. I use she they pronouns. I'm gonna be playing high school bully Willie Hickey, who uses he they pronouns and apparently has caltrips in his bed. Who knows?
And next up we've got Chris.
Why, hello. My name is Omnis or Chris. Uh, I'm going to be playing Travis Bagel, a teenage scout who seems to maybe know a little bit about forgiveness now. And both of our pronouns are he, him.
Yeah. Next up we've got Brandy or B.
Hey everyone, I'm Bee. I will be playing Miss Gemma Davies, the reclusive eccentric of our small town.
And last but certainly not least, the arcanist goth you know.
Second most arcanist. Taliesin Jaffe is still out there. My name is Max. I use they, he pronouns, and I play Heather, the popular kid who uses she, her pronouns.
Taliesin Jaffe is the executive goth. You're the arcane goth.
Well, he's my executive, but like he's also a hot. Like that's where my username comes from. If the viewers didn't know that's why I made it that.
Incredible.
My boss in gothness.
The
There are
pyramid
worse
himself.
things.
So I'm Anita. I'm your GM. My pronouns are she, they. I also play a variety of NPCs across the gender spectrum. And hey, y'all.
Hey,
It's the end. So previously our young, intrepid adventurers? Not really. Neighborhood kids and Gemma, the one parent chaperone, have discovered quite a bit about the town. The It seems that Gemma's old friend is very similar to Kelly in a way. Uh, Cherry, um, Cherry knows quite a bit about the mother under the mountain and the goings on in Quincy because she herself is seemingly another displaced individual similar to Kelly Hickey. She revealed quite a bit of this information to you last time, and it basically you all sort of put your heads together trying to figure out exactly where the government agents were operating out of, and settled on the abandoned mall in town. Upon arriving at the mall, you found the vehicle of the mysterious person who was watching the outside of the roller rink. One Jonah Gibson, who you discovered is just a guy just like kind of kooky and kind of a conspiracy nut, but ultimately kind of harmless. Um, and you wrecked his car. You slashed 3 of the 4 tires. And you managed to also steal a government van by stealing some keys from the motor pool inside this little government agency. But we're going to rewind a little bit before we get to where we're going. Uh, uh, we're going to do a quick little bit of retcon because the GM had this in mind, but then completely forgot about it and glossed over it. Gemma, you go inside this abandoned mall. And it's oddly not too terribly dark. Some of the lights are lower. But as you get towards where you're going, there is sort of a strip of lights that are turned on. So it's very easy to find your way. You make your way to this motor pool. Make me a brains roll very quickly.
All right. Gemma rolls up with a 5.
Easy enough. You really only needed a 4. You hear the sound from one of the rooms off to the side. Someone banging.
Sure. I'll grab. She brought a hammer, so she'll just pull her hammer out of her monogrammed LL Bean bag, and head towards the door.
Hello?
Do I recognize that voice?
You recognize that voice quite well. It is.
Is it Jenny?
Jenny Hickey.
Okay. Jenny?
Yeah. These people in suits showed up, and
Where are you?
I'm back here. Can you let me out?
Sure. I'll grab my flashlight out, click it on, and walk back there.
It's behind a door. It's this sort of large metal door, and she's just banging on the inside of it. It looks like it's locked.
Oh dang, it's locked. Jenny, I'm gonna try to find some way to get this open. Okay, hang tight. Are you hurt?
No, I'm just really just. I'm worried about my kids. Have you seen them?
Kelly's okay. Willie's okay. Kelly found us. She was scared. So we've been taking care of her. Hold on, okay? Hold on. And Gemma's gonna oh dang it. I don't know what and she's gonna rush back out to find either a crowbar or her friends or some keys or whatever happens first.
So there's no keys as far as you can see. Whoever placed her in this room for safekeeping just sort of took them with them, it appears. But you do, on your way out, you do run into the rest of the crew.
Willie,
y'all wanna,
your
like-
mom.
What?
Your mom, come quick. She's locked in a room. Somebody find some bolt cutters or something. There's got to be something around here. A blowtorch or a machine gun. I don't know what they've got.
Do I see any bolt cutters? Machine
I still
guns, or
have the
blowtorch?
brick.
You do have a brick, yes.
I still have the brick.
So this door is it's kind of like one of those metal double doors with the sort of push handles on the side of them. It has just those two sort of it's the older style one, so it's got the 2 handles on it, and it does have a lock, like a deadbolt lock on the top, and it looks like it's been locked from the outside.
Okay. Do I think that I can break it down?
It's a pretty heavy door.
Okay. I'm a
Kelly's-
little rapscallion bastard.
You are a little rapscallion bastard. It is true.
Could I attempt to pick the lock?
Absolutely, you could.
Great.
As much as I want to make you make brains roll.
Can I offer assistance?
Absolutely, you can offer assistance. No, Kelly is not out of energy anymore.
Okay.
If you remember last time, Cherry showed Kelly a trick, and she was able to drain the power out of the single lightning bug in order to get her juice back.
So she's back.
If we can do this without utilizing her powers so we can save it, that would be
Totally.
good. But if we can't get it, then maybe
So
that's...
she's
Her mom also doesn't know that she can do stuff.
she back at 7? Is that what she was at?
Yeah,
For
she's back at 7.
Okay. Thank you.
There might 100% be a section in my Scout's handbook about if you lock yourself out of your house. So I'm going to see if that can help.
Okay, so Willie, I'm going to ask you to make a grit roll. Travis, to assist, I would like a brains roll.
Okay, this is... That's an 18 from me.
I got a 5.
That between those two, that is definitely enough. Willie, you're able to find like a couple tools, and you're able to sort of jimmy the lock open. It clicks, and your mom comes out of this room. It was looks like it was some sort of a shredding room or like a trash compacting room. There's no exit to it, and it just leads like.
Is it like they were trying to trash compact my mom kind of
No.
style?
No,
or
it's like they just
shoved her
needed a
in there?
place. They just needed a
Okay.
place to hold her.
Because there was going to be a scene if it was.
No, it looks like they were just holding her. There's a chair, and like a bottle of water. Like
Okay then.
they just made sure she was just in a space where she was able to just be held.
I'm hugging my mom.
Your mom like gives you like this big, just like all-encompassing hug, and like she grabs Kelly and does the same thing. It's like, oh my babies. Okay, let's get you both home, and we're gonna pack
Home?
bags and we're gonna get out of town. We might go stay with your dad. I'm gonna give him a call and.
Jenny, there's we've found out a lot of things. We found out some things about Kelly. Is Cherry with us, or where did Cherry go? And where is Jonah Gibson?
Jonah is hanging out outside,
Okay.
sort of awkwardly, because the group of you, he has no way to leave right now.
Yeah, we should probably head back out to the
I
van and
I
explain
feel
all
a
the way.
little bad, but not that bad for
I know.
being cautious.
No, you're good. I love it.
feel that
I love it
bad.
so much.
Okay. Well, we've got all the keys. We'll explain. We have a van. Let's get out of here before anybody comes back, and we can explain on the way.
Okay.
I will start to usher her like in the direction that we need to go.
Grabbing the keys for the van because this is where we grab them
Mhm.
from the car, the motor pool thing. All right, I have a few sets. One of them's bound to open something. Let's go.
Is there anything just like easily swipeable as we're walking out?
What are you looking for specifically?
What would Willie be looking for?
What would Willie be looking for?
Something
And I'll let you know.
that could be used to hit someone with.
Make me a quick brains roll. It's probably gonna be difficulty 5, I'd say. 2.
Yeah.
There's a stapler. Looks pretty hefty.
I'll pocket the stapler.
If they have like a whiteboard or anything, because it's very obvious that people have been here now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we're trying to write it.
There's
to
one of those
hide it.
roll-out two-sided bulletin boards. It's a bulletin board on one side and it's a chalkboard on the other.
Yeah, I'm gonna write "fuck you guys" on the chalkboard.
I'm gonna do a quick little slime ball rules.
No, don't frame Slimeball.
I'll do that, and then I'll race
I mean,
it.
Slimeball is already running defense for y'all. Slimeball has stolen Gemma's vehicle and is currently on a joyride.
Yeah, but I don't think he knows that, like, the extent.
Yeah, I'll
You
erase my
don't know
slime
the
ball rules.
extent to which you are selling Slimeball Ralph down the river. He'll find out.
I'll raise
Slimeball
him.
always finds out.
Slime-
I won't press charges. It'll be okay.
I don't think he knows how to press charge.
I don't think he has the money to press charges.
Yeah.
But I won't. So
Yeah.
he'll be okay.
Oh,
He
that's
stole
what you're
my
saying.
car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good because he can't pay for it.
exactly.
Uh,
Because he's
so
going to wreck it.
He is going to wreck it. It's true. You might have to take it into the shop.
I was going to replace it anyway.
He was not
I-
shifting gears. Well,
I have friends now, so I need something that has more than 2 seats.
And now you have a new van.
Ooh, potential.
It's like a surveillance van, right? There's like
yeah, it looks like it's for a plumbing company that doesn't.
Mm.
That's not based in Quincy.
Hmm.
It's
Conveniently.
but
very
it,
sus.
It looks because the exterior of the mall has been under construction for years. There's like a plumbing company van. There's like an electrical company van. Presumably these would be workers that are working within the mall to help make sure everything works properly as part of the cover, right?
Mhm.
Contractors.
Independent contractors. So you this van that's just sort of sitting outside Gemma, you unlock, and it is a fully equipped spy van. Inside there's directional microphones, listening equipment, like the whole nine to keep tabs on the people of Quincy.
This should be fun to drive. I bet it handles really well. And she'll leave the side door open. It's all yours, you guys. And then she'll hop in the driver's seat.
Willie, in the back of this, you do find a baton.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Is there anything on this listening van that may have something to do with what we found in the mountain? Like something that might like look electronic that can help us?
Well, like I said, this van is filled with listening equipment, and there's all sorts of things that Kelly can do with any kind of electronics. And Cherry as well, who sort of hops in the driver's side of the van. Is just like, are we gonna go?
Let's go.
Also, where are we going again?
To the mountain, right? To the mountain?
They created a perimeter. Do you think they know we got in at Joe's? Otherwise, we can go to.
I mean, theoretically, if they see this car come up, they
They're gonna
wouldn't
think it's
suspect it.
theirs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's their car.
You do remember that when they were setting up the perimeter, they were complaining about having to carry all the things from the tunnels into the mountain.
Right. So we're not going to be able to get anywhere close to it in the van anyway.
Because it was too much of a hike into from town into where they needed to go.
Okay.
So they were literally just carrying things from the through the Undercity up mountain.
So, Jonah, you don't know where the big alien is, right?
There's an alien.
Okay.
Listen, I'm all about the duck, man.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
But like seriously, I do realize that there's like a big alien now that you told me. But like
okay.
there's
Great.
the duck, and like there's like the people that go missing, But like I always thought that it was like UFOs and stuff.
Mm.
But Jonah
And what's in
pulls
the
out
UFO
all
aside
the
from alien?
files. Oh, I mean, it could be. I mean, it could be an alien, like the classic grays that you see, or it could be a lizard people. You know that they've
A
infiltrated.
lizard people.
Well, yeah, no.
Don't be anti-Semitic, Joan.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. Isn't that an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory? That's a line.
What? Well, I thought, weren't we gonna try to like slap him and get him out of here so that they leave now instead of waiting? Like,
The what? The government people?
no, the cocoons that the government's gonna try to take and cut up into little pieces.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Well, I wasn't
think
here for that.
we
but-
we ultimately need to get the government out of the mountain because they're pissing off the mountain, which is also the mother, and for that reason the mother is acting out, which is why people go missing and we have things like landslides.
Oh.
Does that sound right?
yeah, I think.
Oh.
That's
While this is happening, she's like very like clumsily like she's like leaned over the back seat looking for like any real like plumbing supplies in the trunk part of the car.
You're way
Like you just
smarter
see
than I
like
gave you
bell
credit
bottoms
for.
like
Actually, you're pretty smart.
yeah, I'm in the top 10% of the class.
I just figured your family bought your way there. Anyway, to the mountain.
okay.
Could we? I mean, we're trying. Are we okay? Are we trying to wake the cocoons? Is that the plan?
Cherry sort of looks at y'all. My plan's to put mother back to sleep.
Okay. So
How do we do that? Can we
Well,
like? You can sense them. We got all this. He gestures at all the tech
I-
shit.
Cherry says, well, I wasn't able to, like, actually. It's kind of like trying to communicate with the ocean, if that makes sense. It doesn't, right? I can't do it on my own, but since I've got Kelly with me, between the two of us, we should be able to make contact and put her back to sleep.
Okay.
Okay.
So then we need to be ready to deal with any problems that come and to distract or any of that kind of thing.
We need to make
So-
sure that we get there first, I think.
Okay.
we have to get there first and then keep them away from you so you can finish your ritual thing.
That sounds weird, but I guess that sounds about.
Where we
You're talking
were,
about creating communications between the mountain and the ocean, so forgive me.
so where we were, I feel like we had come out in the preserve, but not at that way was blocked off. So I think there's another way down where we could get ahead of them, and that one may be the cave that we were originally supposed to go to.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So we go to Bagels, get in, go through that other tunnel. Because you said there was a passageway through Bagels, probably.
Yeah, but I think that one is where it's caved in. We have to go deeper than that to get to the mother first, right?
And
Travis,
Hang
is
on.
there anything in that survey equipment that can see like underground or anything? I don't know anything about anything that's not a telephone, but
Heather, as
maybe
you're looking,
something.
you do find something that looks similar to sonar. Almost like
Yeah, I
a,
will-
like a not necessarily plumbing equipment, but this looks like it could be used for geographical mapping.
I was hoping for like a big wrench, and I will pull it and like drop it on the back seat behind me. That looks important.
And you do remember that there is a abandoned mine on the outskirts of town
Yeah.
That's the place.
that could potentially lead past the caved-in areas in deeper into the mountains still.
Blake from the Historical Society would have loved this.
Blake
I mean-
and
Blake loved this.
and Travis's sister,
Morgan.
Mhm.
Morgan.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
We'll have to take them next time.
Yeah, when Quincy is not at stake. I'm gonna try and use this, or at least learn how to use this sonar equipment while we're driving to the mines.
Okay.
before we get too far that way, what are we doing with Duck Boy and my mom?
Duck Boy?
Jonah, obsessed with a duck.
Well,
right?
I mean, listen. I thought that it could have been aliens or time travelers. Turns out that I might be right about the time traveling bit.
No.
Well, yeah, I am.
How?
His sister disappeared 10 years ago.
Uh
A
huh.
couple years ago.
Not 10 years ago, but yeah, go
yeah,
on, keep going.
But then she came
Forward.
back and she looked exactly the same. Time travel.
Yeah. Cocoon. Stasis. Have you watched
Objection.
Have you watched any sci-fi?
Aliens?
Have you seen Aliens?
Yeah,
Hello?
it's like time
What are
travel,
you-
but it's on like a super slow scale. I mean, technically,
my
we're all
God.
time travelers if you think about it.
Can I push him out of the van?
Do you want to try and
I'm
push him out of the
asking.
van?
Listen, I think that having an extra adult present, just in case things
How
get
old is
really
Jonah?
bad. Like, he's older than us, right?
No.
He's mid-20s.
Yeah, he's older than us.
I was imagining someone older than like me.
He's like
I'm
in
gonna-
his
My
mid-20s.
my mom's
like,
right here.
It's funny.
In like 80s, maybe. He's kind of got like a little bit of like a blonde mullet.
God.
Afraid of this guy in a car.
And it's just like, okay, but like seriously, if we get the like, we're supposed to like go in the mountain and like put an alien to sleep, like a big giant alien to sleep. That sounds
Uh-huh.
so cool, and I'm in.
All right, cool. One question, Jonah. Can you fight?
Yeah, what are you good at?
You asked a
What do you-
question that the GM has not.
say
prepped
say you
I
had
hope we don't
six
have to fight you
statistics,
guys. I don't want
and
to
say
fight.
the highest would be a 20 and the lowest would be a 4. How would you arrange those in a spectrum? So,
One
I love
second,
it.
please. I can pull this up in like 2 seconds. I just need to go. Here we go. Okay. Well, like I'm super smart, and I can
Uh-huh.
fight.
oh.
I'm okay at running, but I'm not very strong.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. I was only concerned with the one thing. Yeah. So,
But I'm real smart.
okay, cool.
That's-
Help me figure out how to use this.
This. Oh yeah, this is like your basic sonar equipment. Give me 1 sec. Let me just roll. Yeah, I don't know how to use this. You rolled a 1.
Excellent. I look him dead in the face, and I'm just like, at
Step
least you can
aside,
fight.
I definitely know how to use this, and he like begins to like crank something that probably shouldn't be cranked.
Hey, yo, hang on.
No,
Um,
I got this.
How did you manage to follow this trail so far with no skills?
Like I said, I'm super smart. Like you saw my mood board in the back of my car, right?
Well, you're not smart enough to know not to pretend to know how to use this piece of equipment. So, how are you going to help us? Pitch me in 3 sentences or less, or we're kicking you out of this car.
Hey, I got into the secret place. I figured out where the secret place that the government was hiding, and I managed to steal all these files.
Yeah, give me those. What's in them? Have you looked?
I mean, I had a little bit of a peek-see. I
And
haven't had
what'd
a
you
chance to
learn?
go over them in depth. What did you learn?
Travis, you just said Pixie.
He's like, okay,
Travis.
listen. The government's known about this place for a while. They've known about like not necessarily like what's under Quincy, but they've known about the disappearances for a while. It just took them a little bit to put everything all together.
I
And like
knew
they've got images of like this cherry chick coming back every other year or so, starting in the 1960s, and like they've been keeping track of the disappearances around town, and then like they had pictures of Kelly when Kelly disappeared, and then they found pictures of when Kelly came back, like from the police station, probably. I don't know how they got them though, but like they definitely know that people have been going missing and then being returned years later. They have pictures of the lights in the sky, which are actually pretty good quality. Honestly, you can see the shape, and pulls out a picture, and you can see the shape is very long and slender, almost like a dragonfly.
I'll pass it up to like the more in front seat to whoever's up there. I assume Heather.
I will go ahead, Anita.
No, it's fine. Go
I
on.
was just gonna say that I will take a closer look at it and try to find something intelligent to say. I was zoned out for a second.
Can I look at my mom and see what the fuck
Happens.
her face is saying right
Your
now?
mom
Because like
just is like,
Yeah, she must be freaked out.
is totally freaked out right now, and it's just like, listen, I don't know what's happening, but Willie, Kelly,
yeah.
Gemma, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to stop this van. I'm gonna take my kids, and we're gonna get the heck out of town.
Gemma, do not stop this van.
I just
Look at these
Carrie
creepy ass photos
and just
of
keep
Kelly
driving.
like climbing over the seat.
Miss Hickey, I realize this is a lot, and truthfully, it is. Listening to this guy Jonah made me realize how all of this sounds completely impossible. And all I'm saying is that my family just really moved here, and I'm hoping that whatever the government does doesn't destroy Quincy. Because if it does, I'm not going to have a family. And you, for a while, didn't have one. Yours was broken too. So all I ask is that you come with us for now. And then once this is over, you can go.
Listen, all I know is this. I was in the hospital with Kelly, and these men in suits showed up, and Kelly disappeared. And I am not letting my kids out of my sight again.
Every time she disappears, she ends up back with us. Consider that.
She teleports back to us.
If your idea to be safe from this is just to leave town, it's not going to work. If we don't stop them, they're just going to follow you.
Think there's less government dudes in Denver?
Ugh.
At the very least, we could just get away from this for now until this all blows over.
It's
I'm
been blowing
interested-
over since
I
I've been
just want to
alive.
keep my kids safe.
We're safe. It will be safer once they took you and locked you in a room.
All the
What
more
makes
reason
you-
to get out of town.
Your
But what makes
children
you-
are rather capable. I promise.
Someone needs to make me a charm roll.
I got it.
Not you.
Not me. Not me.
I got
One, two,
it.
three, got it. We're gonna do nose goes on this one.
That is a 19.
That's our girl.
I rolled a 19 on the d20.
Okay, so what?
That's why you wanted to talk to my mom.
No, I wanted to ridicule you, but she's causing problems now, so.
She's causing problems on purpose.
Behavior.
Okay, what can I do to help?
Do you know a way in underground? You grew up here, right?
Ooh. Ooh, let's find out. Overprotective parent. Let's see what your brains are.
Mom, say you had 6 stats that defined you as you are. Which would you put, say, at 20? And which would you put, say, at 4?
I mean, I mean, I know that there's those tunnels that are under Joe's.
Right, because you work there.
Yeah. That's where I wait tables at Joe's.
Do you like the? Did you go down there?
Well, I mean, I'd go down there on occasion. Joe would.
For the moonshine?
It's very good.
Mom!
I mean, Joe, sometimes if he's an old man, right? And sometimes if he's not paying you, you can take like a little bit off the top of the still.
Valid.
But anyways, uh,
Just come
like I
with
said,
us.
I know that there's those tunnels that are under Joe's,
Mhm.
and I mean, there's always the old cave system.
Have you ever? Did you ever, when you were a senior, did you go to that mine?
No, but Willie's dad did with a bunch of his friends.
Hmm. All right. Well,
There a phone in this surveillance car, like a old ass cell phone.
There is a brick of a cell phone. It
I'm just gonna
is-
like
it is
look at it, look
it
at my
is-
mom, look
I'm
at it.
just an average girl.
it's like that really old plastic, like white, and like there's an antenna that you have to pull out.
Oh god.
what's the bag?
Yeah.
The phone bag.
I'll pick up the phone and like
Who are you calling?
my dad.
Cute. We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and try again.
Hello?
Fucking Dad, hey. What's up? Is it my
Really?
dad on there? Yeah, hi. How's it going?
Oh, is something wrong?
No, I'm it's like getting near prank season. And I heard a bit of a rumor that
Prank
you
season,
used
you're
to go
not
down.
getting into trouble, are you? I told your
No,
mom
no.
to make sure that she keeps you out of trouble.
No, I'm not getting it's gonna be a little harmless
Is your
fun.
mom there? Can you put her on?
She's not at the moment. It's another late night at Joe's. The cave system. Putting this. You know about it. You've been in it, right?
Make me a charm roll.
Willie, we've got to save those kids. You've got to find us a way into that cave system.
I am working on it. I'm gonna spend 3
Sorry.
adversary tokens to make that a 6.
Okay. Your dad sort of goes, yeah, I was able to. Went spelunking with a couple friends when I was about your age.
Do you know where that like the main like entrance is, or like anything like cool about it, like cool sights to see in there?
Well, no, we mostly just went in there to prank each other. We didn't go very far in, just until it got real dark. And I mean, if you're going in, make sure you've got some powerful flashlights, I guess.
Okay.
And
yeah.
like, be careful. A lot of that mine is abandoned for a reason, and it's unstable.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna be
Listen,
safe
a friend
about
of
it.
mine
Don't-
almost got trapped down there.
got trapped.
Yeah. It's unstable. Like, it's out of nowhere. The whole thing started shaking, and part of the wall
Nowhere,
came
the
down.
whole
We had to dig them out.
Part. You had to dig. Damn. I mean, okay. Well, I'll be safe, Dad, and I'll call you soon.
Listen, don't go down there if you can help it.
Why?
Like, because one of my friends almost died, Willie.
Okay, that's valid.
William?
Okay,
Does your character have a middle name?
ooh.
Oh, I'm listening.
Oh, what's an embarrassing middle name? I needed it.
Francis. That's my middle
Theodore.
name. That's my middle name.
Willie T. Hickey. Willie Theodore Hickey.
Embarrassing middle
Lord.
name. You know.
Tracy.
Okay, yeah, it's Tracy.
Oh, good lord.
William Tracy Hickey, I need you to promise me right now, this second, that you are not going to go down into that cave system.
How loud is this phone speaker?
It is very loud and very tinny. So it
Oh,
sounds
great.
but the full
Like-
name.
So like everyone can hear it.
Yes.
Tracy.
Yeah, Dad,
was
I'm
his
not gonna go
dad's
down
idea.
there. You don't have to worry.
Your mom like hands the phone this for the phone.
I hand the phone.
Hi.
You should have opened with that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I know. It's senior prank season. You know how they get. Between that or well, what would you rather him do? Steal a duck?
Does Dad have any tips on stealing the duck?
I know you got close. Yeah,
Mom,
yeah.
Give me the phone.
Okay. I'll make sure to tell him. Okay. Yes. And I'll make sure that you get to see Kelly next weekend too. Okay. Mm-hmm. Bye. He says approach the duck from the front.
That mean? Put the phone down. Hello, beans.
So where are we going?
Did my dad get? My dad didn't give me a rough area of where the entrance to this cave was, huh?
No, but your mom is able to pull out a town map. In fact, actually, in the files that the government files that
Hey.
that your good friend, I use that term loosely, Jonah was able to find. He pulls out sort of a town survey map and points out where the old mine is located.
Okay.
It is marked on the government files as a potential ground zero.
Well, if they're not focused there, then that's the way in. I'll
Yeah.
drive that way.
I 100% want to be able to use this sonar by the time we get there. So,
Okay.
can I make a brains roll to figure it out?
Absolutely. Give me a brains roll. This is going to be difficulty. Ooh, this is going to be a difficulty 10, I'm going to say. It's a pretty sophisticated piece of equipment.
I look over at my friend with the exact same expression because I also rolled a natural one.
Oh no.
I mean, you got a +2 on it, so that's a 3.
I mean, that's still just it's just like, give me this. I don't know why oh, that's why you couldn't figure it out. Because I don't know how to figure it out either.
Let me see this thing.
Everyone's going to take a crack at it by the time we're
Do
done.
Do you want me to look at it too?
I'll answer that after I roll.
Okay.
If you like, there is someone that can figure it out and turn it on and talk to it.
Oh yeah. We
You
have
I
know,
rolled
it-
shit, so I'll just pass it into Will's lap.
I'm gonna
Hey.
try.
Look, free adversity tokens, right?
I
Like
rolled
everybody's
2,
trying.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
rolled a
listen, you
one.
need some. Amazing! You
I'm just
all
gonna hand it to Kelly.
have no idea how this works, and Kelly looks at it.
And switches the on button. Mm-hmm.
Click. This dark green screen with this sort of like Doppler radar effect begins to spin. It's really easy. She rolled a 12.
She is a brilliant mathlete.
She is a brilliant athlete, it's true.
Okay.
If you want, Chris, you can save that +2 for another roll. That's where you're not rolling a natural one. I'll allow it. I'll allow you to stash that for now.
Just for the next roll.
Yeah, for the next roll. Gemma, you pull up this old sort of forestry service road towards this abandoned cave. The road does end with one of those cement-style barricades, and there is a no trespassing sign. So you'll probably have to get out and walk from here, but you know that it's not far from where you stopped.
Okay. This is the end of the road. She'll put it in park. Clean out the van. Anything that might be useful, I guess.
Heather,
And,
you're also, as you're searching through, you don't find a pipe, but you do find a similar baton to the one that Willie found.
I'm gonna hide the keys somewhere nearby and show everybody in case for some reason somebody needs the van, and then the keys aren't just with one of us. And so find a nice sneaky spot. Right here under this rock or whatever.
Okay.
Here, and I will take out like my makeup bag from my bag and draw like a smiley face with liquid lipstick on the rock, like a tiny
Perfect.
one, so we can identify it.
Amazing. And yes, just a couple hundred yards up ahead, you do see the large entrance to a cave that is partially boarded over, and there is a condemned "Do not enter" in big red letters on the outside of it, but also underneath it there's another tag that says "Slimeball was here."
That sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Slimeball rules.
I'm all rules.
Is my car here?
There's no sign of your car.
Okay, he didn't just do it. Okay, good.
Well,
I mean, he's been everywhere.
Slimeball runs this
around.
town, don't you know?
Slimeball's the king of Quincy.
That boy thinks he's the king.
Um,
All right.
Slimeball is like controlling the whole operation in the end.
Don't you? Slimeball's the BBEG.
The mountain might be the mother, but Slimeball is the father.
Father, Son, the Holy Spirit.
Like a Cory Doctorow novel.
So you all, let's see. In the back of this van, also there is a couple heavy duty flashlights.
Okay.
Heavy duty
We'll lock it
flashlights.
too.
2 of these police batons, and the sonar equipment that you were able to find.
Ooh. Is there anything back there that zaps?
There's no tasers.
Damn. I mean, I wanted to try it out on the government.
Slimeball is not daddy.
What?
No, Anne.
Did someone in chat ask about slime ball?
No, Anne said Slimeball is daddy.
Oh.
Slimeball is not daddy.
Oh. Well, I thought you said slime ball is not dead. And I
Daddy.
was like, okay, good to know.
No. Sorry, not sorry.
Not dead yet.
But there is this sort of part of the cave where it should be boarded off has been taken off, and it's easy enough for you all to make your way inside.
Willie will take lead.
Do you have the sonar equipment with you with the lead?
No, I will
or-
not take lead. I will take lead, I guess, next to my sister.
Your sister's
Jenny,
gonna-
do you want to come with us? Are you gonna come with us into the cave?
I don't know how much help I'm going to be, but here, give me the keys to the van.
Okay.
If things go wrong or you don't come out in a certain amount of time, I'm gonna go back into town for help.
I don't know how much help town would be.
Listen,
I'm sorry. I don't like the idea that the van could be gone when we come out. So
this is
I
only
no.
This is only going to be if you don't come out in a reasonable time, like in a
We'll
couple
come out.
hours. Like, I'll make sure to come back. I'll be coming right back.
Okay.
I'd be coming back with the cavalry.
I look at Willie and then at Cherry.
Cherry
And
just sort of
Travis
says
and
she's
Heather.
probably going to be no good to us down there.
If shit hits the fan,
No
bring my
offense.
dad.
If shit hits the fan, I'll make sure to get your dad.
Thank you.
Okay. If anything happens to me,
And if
you
any-
must
and if things start
promise
to go wrong,
me you
we
will
need to make
feed the beetle cats.
I'll make sure to feed the beetle cats. But if things also go
Okay.
incredibly wrong, if things are going to happen the way that you say that they might happen, we might need to look at evacuating town.
Right, and then you will get the beetle cats.
I will make
correct.
I will make sure to get the beetle cats.
And as Gemma looks her right in the eyes, like as she puts the keys into her hand, she grabs them from under the rock. That was a really good idea, Heather. And then she grabs the keys and she puts them into Jenny's hand and like she looks at her in the eyes. Those are my children too.
Okay.
Okay.
I will
okay.
make sure that the beetle cats are safe.
I promise to take care of your children. You take care of mine.
Okay.
And if I run into the government, I will destroy them for you. Okay, we're out of here.
Gemma
So
versus
much.
the entire United States government.
Honestly, as it should be.
Thank God.
Gemma is an anarchist at heart, and I love this. I love this for her.
I mean, no, not at all. For me?
Okay, so you make your way into this cave system, into this abandoned mine, and you do see, so as you bring these lights in, you can see the sides of the walls here do have this sort of faint sparkle shimmer, as though there might still be like a little bit of silver, and there is sort of this fine dusting of like, it's quite pretty when it sort of illuminates and it hits the light. It's just these small little faint flecks and shimmers of, and you make your way in. Kelly has the sonar machine, and you can see that it does. It sort of makes this faint sort of beeping sound as you make your way through the system. Cherry, it's like it's gonna be okay, and you begin to wind your way through these tunnels. So what is the marching order here?
I mean,
I'd assume
guess
it's like Kelly and Willie next to each other in the front.
Mhm.
I'll be behind them.
Okay. Cherry, I think, is also sort of up closer to the front. It is pretty large in here, this sort of large cavernous area, because this is like the first area of this mine that was like sort of taken into. It does reach an end very quickly, and you do see that there is an old service elevator that is currently out of commission at the moment. It does look like it could be powered by electricity or
Ellie
possibly like an old crankshaft.
or Cherry, could you
mean-
get this thing to work?
Cherry sort of looks at it. Little old-fashioned for me.
Can
It's
I
not
look
like
for this?
electronic, right? Like, you know.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'll see if I could find a crankshaft pretty close by.
You know, we're going down?
Oh,
Is that where she is?
That's what I'd assume. And you see Kelly holds the little sonar detector, and there is, on this sonar ping, there is a large object as it begins to circle.
Ava.
All right, cool. I'm gonna move towards that. Trying to keep my bearings with the flashlight, but
Make a brains roll for me very quickly. It's not a hard one.
where were you earlier? That's a 19.
Easy. You immediately find this sort of crankshaft and you place it on the side, and you begin to sort of wind up this old generator, and
Okay.
boom, 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 boom. Lights overhead begin to illuminate the area.
Wow.
Hmm. Do we want those on?
Well,
late
even if we
now.
didn't,
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
and you
We might
see
as well leave it.
there are lights, boom, 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 beginning to illuminate down the shaft of this elevator.
I'm gonna keep going. Just cranking this thing until I can tell it's got a full charge, and then see if we can call the elevator.
What you hit a point where it's sort of reaches this even hum,
Mhm.
and seems like it'll be able to take you down.
All right, cool. I'm gonna take the crankshaft with me as a makeshift weapon.
Okay,
It's probably made of metal.
it is. It is very hefty cast iron.
Right. Time's of the essence, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cherry
Alright,
steps
let's
into the
go.
elevator instantly. But
Okay.
let's go. The group of you hop into this elevator, and it begins to sort of descend downwards into this tunnel. And I mean, it's good. It's an elevator that looks like it would hold a lot of mining equipment, miners specifically. So it easily holds the group of you and Cherry, and Jonah.
Oh yeah.
You didn't tell Jonah to stay behind, and Jonah's like, "Listen, any chance I can get to prove the government's up to something."
Well, then
Saying
the
I'm
slowest one gets eaten.
Wait, Eaton?
Nothing.
I would have rather taken him than leave him there with Willie's mom, so that
Yeah.
probably works out. Yeah.
Begins to descend slowly down, and eventually it hits the bottom with a sort of lurch. And it opens up to a more tunnel. And you can see that there are beams overhead that are made to basically keep this area sort of safe. And like, it's surprisingly, it's still very well kept.
Hmm.
It's very well
Is that
kept.
really surprising, though?
Well, for a mine that's supposedly been abandoned, make me a brains roll. Anybody you'd like to.
All right.
It's cocked.
19.
I have an 8.
Nice.
17.
Really?
I exploded twice.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Gemma
Yeah, no.
and Willie. No, go ahead. Travis, you rolled a 3.
Yeah, I rolled a 3. Underground ain't my specialty.
No, you're
Not your
forest
favorite
kid.
terrain.
It's not your favorite terrain as a ranger.
Been a 5 for that, but it's fine.
Yeah, good. Willie and Gemma. Why is this place so well maintained?
Yeah.
It was seemingly abandoned after the rock slide, which happened at the end of the 1800s.
I think they've already found it here.
That
Or
generator, that crankshaft generator, is older.
but it was not that old.
It was older, but it wasn't. It's something that definitely wouldn't have been here. There's buttons on that elevator. Probably circa 1950.
Do you think it's like a bat cave or something down there?
Like Batman back here?
Yeah, I'm a Adam West fan. He's
I mean,
gonna.
Well, we don't have any like millionaires in town, do
Well,
we?
I mean, but you know that style.
Where's
like,
your family? Oh, just
Well, I mean,
to Heather.
Gemma thought you were
Not
talking to her,
like
and
that.
she's like, "Oh, I could buy the town, but
What?
that's not important."
I'm sorry. My parents work for the Quincy, Colorado Parks and Rec Department. How rich do you guys think that I am?
Yeah.
I feel like we need to address this now.
I mean, I don't know. You always paid for everything. You know, I mean, that was like forever ago, but like whatever.
I don't think a bat cave is down there. I think maybe
No.
some government tech
Some-
is.
Yeah, somebody's using the cave down in there for something else. Like, so maybe there's even.
So we're not.
You think a
walking-
third party is involved? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Was
That
there,
would
were
be
there
really
any
annoying.
footprints or
Duck tracks.
duck tracks, duck poop, goose poop, you know, whatever. Maybe it's a goose that's like the big BBEG against the duck.
Yeah.
And it's
duck,
the
duck,
goose
goose.
v duck war.
Hi, Carnicide.
Hello,
Welcome in,
Raiders.
You've come in the perfect time. There are no duck tracks.
Okay.
But
But there are goose tracks.
there are there's no duck tracks. But there is a set of footprints in the dirt ahead of you. Those of you with Willie and Gemma specifically would notice this.
Like,
Wait.
what size shoe? Like how? Like what size? What kind of like boot? What kind of
10 and a half.
10 and a half?
They look
Recent?
like loafers.
Loafers.
Recent? Like,
Fairly
is there
recent.
dust in the? Okay. So there's someone ahead of us. So we should be quiet, and when we get there, we'll just knock them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Cast iron in hands.
I'm a hammer. Let's go.
So you make your way through this cave system towards Kelly's sort of leading the way with this sonar device. And you eventually make your way to another one of these large cavernous rooms, very similar to the one that you found under Joe's. This one, it does appear, and now that you know what to look for, you hold your light up and you look up at the ceiling and you do see another one of those
Another cocoon.
cocoons. Actually, there are 3 in this room.
Of
They-
the
have they been
smaller ones.
Yeah, 3 of the smaller ones. They have not been disturbed. They are, and Kelly and Cherry both look up. These ones seem dormant for now.
It's good.
Is there a way forward?
There is another way forward. There's another exit just ahead. You do remember Callie mentioning there was 5 that were
So-
dormant. So there's 3. Then there was the
No.
one in the other room that we saw.
Oh, short one.
Means there must be one more.
One more. Would that be a short one, or would the mother be a dormant one?
Well, I really couldn't sense the mother until just now.
Oh, you can censor?
Yeah. It's real big.
Is she okay?
A little restless.
Restless is better than angry. I'll take that.
Yeah. Okay. The footprint's still going forward.
The footprints do still continue forward. And you do see this sort of cave area. You do see another one. This one is a lot closer because it's actually against the side of the wall, and you do have to sort of duck to get underneath it. But you do see one of these cocoons.
Mm.
It's probably the closest you've seen them, if you wanted to actually get up close and inspect it.
Travis does not want to be anywhere near an overly large cocoon.
Gemma does. She's gonna go totally check it out.
I'm
drawing
kind of
pad in
curious
hand.
too. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna.
It's beautifully constructed, and it almost looks like it's got this metal lattice work.
Hmm.
I would like to look for any mark of like human creation of this thing. So like, are there bolts that hold it together? Was it somehow like welded, or does it just exist?
It looks seamless
Hmm.
in its construction. There's no
That's horrifying.
there's no sign of welding. There's no sign of bolts that would hold this together. No like discernible mechanism
Can I
that would
touch
hint
it?
at its creation. Yeah, you can, absolutely.
Yeah, Gemma's totally gonna put her hand on it and like feel it.
Give
Is
me a
it
grit roll.
warm?
No, I'm just
I'm on
kidding.
it.
I'm just kidding.
I do it.
It's warm to the
Oh.
touch, and it almost thrums with this sort of heartbeat.
Oh. Hey there in there. We're gonna
It's
help
very
you out.
soft.
Just don't come out and eat us, okay? And we'll help your mom, and we'll get rid of the government. Okay. Gemma out. Okay.
You all sort of duck just underneath it to make your way
Duck?
further down. I brought back the duck. You asked for it.
Damn it. Hmm.
You make your way through further, deeper down into this cave system. Strangely, no sign of these government agents. Either.
Hmm.
Do we find signs of any other besides the footprints? Do we find any like debris or tools or any indication anybody's been through anywhere? Any?
At a certain point, as you turn a corner, you do see that there is a point where these two caverns converge.
Hmm.
And at this point, you can see more footsteps.
More?
About half a dozen or so,
Oh no.
going towards another exit point where these
Same
points
loafers?
converge. These ones are more heavily booted.
So loafers, that's either a preacher or like a doctor, maybe a professor.
Scientist?
Eh, maybe scientists tend to wear more practical shoes. And then we got boots. No
Military grade?
heels. I don't know.
Seems to be so.
Does the sonar give us any indication of which tunnel is the right way to go, or are we just gonna think the footprints do it?
The sonar is still leading you down the tunnel where the footprints go.
Hmm.
But it's also eerily quiet. You'd think that if the government folks made their way through here, which the footprints seem to indicate, they'd be making noise, they'd be chatting. You might be able to hear that echoing through the tunnels.
Maybe they left already, but aren't we trying to be ahead of them? Damn.
Wait a minute.
Maybe it killed them.
Wait a minute.
That would be helpful.
Why
Were there-
wouldn't it have done that in the first place, though? If it could do that.
Were there any footprints leading away?
Not yet.
We got a big storm coming.
In here?
Like a metaphorical storm.
Oh. Never been so good
Meta-
with those.
Metaphorical's the right word, right?
I think.
Okay.
You
All right.
you continue on.
Yeah.
Gone this far.
As quietly as possible, if I can help it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
We would
gonna
like to
need-
roll high stealth checks.
Stealth.
If we
Stealthing,
want stealth
please.
checks, I would like speed rolls from everyone, folks.
Flight?
So would it be
Light.
flight?
Yes. Sorry.
I don't even know what die I have in that.
Okay.
Oh, I have pretty
How's
good
that
die.
natural one treating you, Chris?
10.
Oh,
And
Oh,
I can
no.
see your poker
You,
face.
you
is
have
doing
no
something
poker
special.
face. I already know what you rolled.
hydrate.
Hydrate and a stretch.
Oh, both.
Oh,
Oh, my shoulder shouldn't make that noise. Bad.
my lower back should not have made that noise.
Mayday, I'm trying to stretch. Calm down.
Too
Gosh,
young for
Mayday,
this.
how rude.
Big stretch.
Mayday, you
Um,
have to stretch.
Ooh. Oh, Mayday stretches.
That was a big stretch. That was a big stretch for Mayday.
Okay, you can lay back down.
That's cute.
I got an 8.
You got another +2.
Can you use them
Travis.
both and make it a 5 total?
It was already taken from another roll where Travis rolled a 3. I love you, buddy, but roll better.
Yeah, man.
So, you push in further, and eventually it opens up to this even sort of larger egress point. And you can see, as your lights shine into the room, you see cast in that sort of dim glow, you see the outlines of silhouettes of figures, all standing perfectly still.
Mm.
Which shit?
Throw up
Is there
the
a
light
duck?
across them, and you see government men, military outfits, heavy boots, all standing perfectly still, eyes staring at nothing. They don't appear dead, just perfectly still.
I want to immediately like shield and only look at like my own shoes.
Okay. Easily enough. But you do see at the far end there is there is another flashlight that's pointing up at something. I was wondering when you'd get here.
Is the voice recognizable?
It is. To you specifically, Heather.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no! Don't say that. Oh, don't say that. Nobody liked that.
A tall, lanky figure.
Oh. Mhm.
That you recognize from the Historical Society.
Mhm.
Oh. Blake?
Took you long enough. About time you caught up.
I don't know. What is the point of patronizing now?
I mean, I'm not patronizing. I'm just. Are you going to help me put it to sleep?
Yes. Yeah. Or not me personally, but yes. And I will, like, tap Cherry.
What is happening?
He
The
sighs
mother.
deeply. Why'd you have to bring Cherry? And that's where we're going to take our first break.
I mean,
As if I brought Cherry personally. Like,
Oh. It was a blanket you.
I know. I know.
what does it mean?
All right, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. We will be back. Get some more water, hydrate, do human things. We will see you all in a little bit. Bye.
Dear alumni, you are invited to celebrate your class's 15-year reunion at Deimos Academy. As one of the longest operating boarding schools, we are looking forward to seeing how successful you have become. Our strict regimen of putting excellence first and educating children to stay in line has created some of the best alumni. As you all know, some of the world's most powerful people have graced our halls, from celebrities to technology geniuses. And if they did not attend here, then consider yourself lucky to be receiving a better education than they did. We look forward to meeting with you. Remember, excellence always. In Deimos Academy, players are taking on the roles of alumni who used to attend the boarding school. They are called back at the school to attend a 15-year reunion to discover that they are the only ones there in this creepy old academy. Through this collaborative horror role-playing game, players will explore different rooms and roll dice to collect memories. When they succeed, they collect the memory and they get to color in a part of the room. In the final room, characters will face their biggest fears. Players will build the story together, remembering things from their characters' pasts and attempting to overcome their fears and the trauma that they experienced as children. So get ready for your reunion. Deimos Academy awaits your arrival.
Welcome, mortals, to Morning Ritual.
Welcome to Upon These Crystals is
Playing Beyond the Twilight Road.
And welcome to Forest and Flame on the Critical Misses channel.
Welcome to another episode of Kingsguard.
A 6-part miniseries titled The Growing of the Dim.
I would like to cast Witch Bolt on her.
Yeah, can I make 6 attacks against her?
It's a thing.
I do believe some people wanted to do some goblin blood shots.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, we did want to do that.
It looks like your plan is half-baked.
In between one of the quacks, I'll just get like really loud and just say, "Run."
In the town of Habisha, there are always exciting going-ons amongst the members of society, and the spring of 1818 is no exception. Rumors are everywhere, and scandal is never more than a moment away. But true love might just be around the corner. How might the past change one's future? Which is stronger, the head or the heart? And who will find their happily ever after? Queer Society on the Critical Misses channel. Festivities begin each Wednesday at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. Sharp. Don't be late.
That was not a smooth transition, but hey, we're live. That's the mood today. That is the mood today.
Oh!
Sometimes you need a girl. I got my click clack bag. God damn it, Noir.
Thank you all for having me, and I'm glad I was on before Bria because there's no way to follow her, so it's good.
Garlic smells and tastes like ass. Well, you show me an ass that tastes like garlic, and I'm gonna find myself a new partner. Summer of Abria.
You could make someone cry over like Romeo and Juliet, or I could make them cry with a story about a werewolf giving a blowjob. And if I could do that, that's a trick to pull off.
Today, your PSA is that when you watch streamers, content creators, YouTubers, influencers, you do not actually know them. You may know their name, you may know facts about them, you do not know them. This is your PSA to not be over familiar. Thank you and have a good day.
And that's kind of why, I'm trying to be as unapologetic as possible, is because I'm trying to be the person that I needed back when I was growing up. I'm starting Game Gate. Game Gate. Game Gate starts here, and it's that Game is an actual fey creature, and they're just messing with us. A new IP comes out that's perfect for you, right? But in order for this to exist, we have to get rid of another IP, and whichever IP you replace it with, that's how big it gets.
Star Wars. Bye.
I'll tell you one motherfucking thing. If you're in Australia, go fuck yourself. Australia. Yeah, that's right. I'm picking a fight with the entire goddamn continent of Australia.
So,
go fuck yourself,
tune
mate.
in for October 24th, our show where we have Wasabate, who is in fact Australian, and has promised us one authentic g'day.
You know what? If your name is Liam O'Brien, go fuck yourself too. It's hands for you on sight, Caleb.
Damn.
So what do you want to do about it? Do you want to play this game with me? Or do you want to forfeit? I don't really think you can keep up with me, but I'd love to see you try. Darling.
Hey, Brooke-Anita! My co-host has been murdered.
You just gotta lie a lot and have one solid apology at the end, and that is the secret to Young Justice working every time.
I feel like that is a Thieves Guild's mantra. Lie longer, lie better. Papa John's.
Anita quite literally said, Noir knows him. And I was like, co-signed. All right, welcome aboard. I was like, that is enough for me. Noir knows and likes this person.
We can always make a Respect Women Juice flask, so you can have it wherever you go.
I'm already working on putting it on a mug.
Excellent. Next, you need shot glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a quick
Glassware.
shot of Respect Women Juice. Yeah.
Huh? Where am I?
We're going into the that guy segment. Did you just black out for a little bit?
I was so busy fighting that everything just went red for a second.
You cannot do what I do, like at all. But
Right.
I can't do what you do. And no one can tell your story. No one can sing your song but you.
I always realized Critical Misses. It's just it's a film focused channel, and the critical, okay, haha. And then I was like, wait a second. When you roll a 1, that's a critical miss. It
Just get the pun?
many levels. Yes,
Just get the pun.
got the fun. I just got the fun.
Dear alumni, you are invited.
We're back! Haha! And we're all in our correct places. So, you are now in a cave, surrounded by army men that just stand looking at nothing. And standing in the middle is Blake, from the Historical Society.
What is going on here? Who are you? Hi.
Cherry looks and says, "Don't listen to a word he says. Don't listen to a word they say. They're a liar."
Whoa.
Okay.
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 You're gonna elaborate on that one like any more, or
They sort of look. Cherry, listen. You can't wake the mother up. We need to put her back to sleep.
I thought you said we were gonna put it to sleep.
No, Cherry here is planning on siphoning the juice from the works.
What do you mean? Siphoning the juice?
The power. These things generate a ton of power.
And?
Cherry's gonna siphon the power from the mother and become basically a god on Earth.
Cherry? This doesn't make any... No.
Like I said, Blake's a liar.
Insight check.
Yeah, can I make an insight check?
Absolutely.
What
is that?
Insight.
What is that?
Which die do we roll?
Insight checks are.
Is that a fight?
No.
I'm
Definitely
fighting.
flight. It's definitely flight.
I'm
It's
fighting
fighting
my
the truth.
mind. Yeah.
I would say that it's either a grit or a brains check.
I'm
Okay.
fighting through the bullshit.
I will roll brains. Let's see.
Ooh, I got a 9 in brains.
Brains.
That's an 11. I exploded.
Hell yeah.
So got a 9, plus 2 from.
Oh, and I had my +2, so 13.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Anybody that rolled above an 8. You do notice that Cherry's eyes narrowed the minute that she saw Blake. And something else sort of clicks in your mind. That little trick that Cherry pulled with
Power siphon.
the lightning bug
Right.
that she taught Kelly how to do.
So,
Holy shit, you're an asshole.
what's going on? I don't understand.
You, sorry, Miss Davies. Your friend's a fucking asshole. And wants to do the thing that she did with the fucking little one to the big one.
Why?
I want to lean and whisper to Willie.
Yeah.
If I hold her steady, can you punch hard enough to knock her out?
I can try. Yes.
On
Sorry,
on
hard
one,
yes.
not on go. On one. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. And I'm
Okay.
gonna try to go over.
So you want to try to hold her still and you want to try and punch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or baton, because I'm probably holding it.
You do
I have a
have-
baton and a flashlight in my
you
hand.
have the
so
baton.
Yeah, I don't want to risk like killing her,
not gonna
because
kill her.
that's a murder. But
Knock unconscious.
Yeah.
yeah.
Heather, make me a flight roll to see if you can sort of tackle and hold Cherry.
Okay.
Willie?
I have a 9.
Okay. That
A lot
is-
of 9s today on different dice.
That is very good. I'm gonna say that would be a fight roll from Willie. And for Cherry, it's going to be a brawn roll to try and break out. Okay, what'd you roll, Willie?
I got a 14.
Boom. That's our Willie.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Like I'm good at fight.
She rolled a 1. So Heather,
She just was not expecting this.
you grab Cherry. Willie, you just clock her upside the head and she crumples to the ground.
Was that really necessary? What is happening?
Thank goodness.
I mean,
There has
now-
like a slight like adrenaline
Cherry.
shake.
Gemma drops to Cherry. Cherry, are you okay?
Don't touch her.
She is out cold.
Cherry.
She's alive. She's breathing, but she is out cold.
She's still alive. Why did you hit her? What is? I don't understand.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, we've heard.
I'm gonna start tying her shoelaces together while we explain this. For when she wakes up.
Blake walks over to one of the still military folks, grabs a set of zip ties off of their belt and throws it.
Wait, no. We're not. I need to understand.
Wants to
She's
wake
my
up.
friend of.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember how she taught Kelly how to do the thing with the mechanical lightning bugs?
Right, to heal herself, right? Like it
But
but what happened to the lightning bug?
Well, wasn't it just a little toy?
Yeah, but like that's a
No,
big one.
They're
Yes, but you can-
living things.
Are
All
they
of them.
really?
I mean, not necessarily a life that I understand, but
What would she get out of that, though? I don't understand.
Infinite power, right? It brought back Kells. It like brought back your power, right?
Kelly, who's been quiet and just sort of standing still, looking at all of these guards, says, I think that's what she wanted to do. The whole time.
It's okay.
Okay. She looks at Travis and like she kind of has that like
And I look back at Miss Davies, and then I'm like, the same expression of I wish I could have foreseen this. But then I turn my attention to Blake, and I say, so we believed you and acted in haste. Now tell me how you got here before us.
Oh, I got here before?
Yeah. How did you know what we were going to do?
I didn't know what you were going to do. But I had an idea. I mean, Heather came to the library asking about the history of the town. And
It's true, I did.
Kelly reappeared suddenly, and I knew that she was probably like Cherry. And myself, to a limited extent.
Pardon?
Walk that back.
You want to rewind that one like a little bit?
Be
kind, rewind.
A couple years ago, I went into this cave system with Travis's sister. But I got separated from the rest of the group, and I found her. points to this back wall, and what you see, what looked like the back wall of a cavern, looks like instead, once you shine your lights on it just the right way, this shining metal insectoid face. With two shimmering, large compound eyes. Smooth and metallic. It is massive.
So
I found her, and she didn't so much speak to me as imparted memories. And I mean, I came out of the cave just a little bit different. Like, not to the extent that Cherry can do things. Or Kelly, probably, but I can talk to them to a limited extent.
did you lose any time?
A couple hours. Not very long.
What can you do?
I mean... They're all still. I can just sort of...
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Ow.
Well, then I'm gonna get some
And it
zip
really
ties.
only works when I'm close by her. The closer I am, the stronger
Take
it
a
is.
step back.
It's a connection.
Can you do it on stuff too, or just people?
People, I can sort of put them in a sense of stasis.
Well, I'm gonna put these guys in stasis with their own zip ties, and Gemma gets to work.
Yeah, you can sort of see the sort of bead of sweat that's like almost forming on the sides of their
Oh,
temples.
it's like draining you.
It takes a little bit of effort. They showed up about a half hour ago, and I had a feeling that you all wouldn't be too far behind.
I will roll them my my thermos of Arnold Palmer. Be like, refuel.
They take a drink. They're like, oh, this is delicious.
Right?
This is like the
Still
best
zip-tying
Arnold
Cherry.
Palmer that I've had.
Okay.
I'm gonna help Gemma at least try to zip tie all of these government dudes and the army guys, and hopefully disarm them.
Yeah, easily done.
Because
they're all very still. Blake has been standing very still, and you realize at this point the reason why they haven't moved is because they are concentrating.
I mean, can we just knock them out? I can knock. I mean, once you're done zip tying, then they're probably easier to. I mean,
yeah. Once
you want me
we
to
zip
bonk
tie them and lay them down,
Oh, okay, yeah.
then
Yeah, get them subdued, because I really, once I kind of came in here and it was a little bit over my head, and then I stopped them.
Well, at least you were wearing smart loafers, and she.
I was kind of in a hurry.
Hush
And I
puppies
had
are a good brand.
I had a feeling that at least, the very least, Kelly would wind up making her way down here so that she could help me out. So we have a choice to make here.
Make it sleep, or
we can wake her up all the way.
what does that do?
Well,
Aside from destroy the town, probably.
not necessarily. I also, like Kelly, can teleport short
Okay.
distances. And I mean, with the two of us working together, we might be able to get her out of the mountain.
Isn't
And
she
then she
really
returns to the moon? Or to the ocean?
Well,
Where's she from?
Somewhere very far away.
Turn to
Kelly sort
Jonah.
of stops for a second.
Aliens.
Jonah's like, aliens. And Jonah grabs this sort of camera and starts taking pictures of everything.
Let him. No one's gonna believe him.
We'll burn that later, yeah.
Okay. Well, if it takes the heat off of me, I guess I'm okay with that. What do we need to do?
I mean, if we free her, does she take all of her kids?
Oh, the kids might emerge at a later time. They're not quite ready yet.
Well, then they're not safe.
So, what prevents the town from having more disasters and more disappearances? Putting her to sleep or waking her up?
Well, if we wake her up and she leaves, and the kids go with her too eventually.
But without taking a person?
Yeah. That's sort of another defense mechanism.
When someone finds them? Or
she takes them and she imparts them with a little bit of her essence.
Ew.
Well, then if we're going to help her, Mamacita, can we have some of your juice? Because we are just a bunch of silly people, and these are soldiers. Like, even if we free her, we are, like, who is going to protect these cocoons? I can't do anything about it. So, like, give us some of your goods, because, like,
Wait,
I have a hammer. That's it.
Wait. Do you remember what I said like a few hours ago about scaring the government so hard that they're too afraid to touch this ever again?
Oh.
Don't you think that would do the trick? And I start like pointing to where like the true form of the mother was.
Yeah. I mean, it might just make them more into it, right? Unless, like...
They're a bunch of government white dudes.
Yeah.
Are they understanding everything we're saying right now?
They can't really hear.
Okay.
It's kind of like time's not passing.
Okay.
We can also just like make sure that they won't, and I'll just like lay one on the ground and just like knock him unconscious.
Okay. So the thing is that she imbues people with just a little touch of her power in order to protect herself and protect the babies. But then you have people like Cherry who take that power and start using it for...
But like, what was she protecting when Kelly went missing?
The babies.
From a 10-year-old?
I mean,
May
I
have
don't know
been
why we're
somebody trying to
chosen.
do
I just know we get chosen.
Well, then Cherry was chosen for a reason.
Yeah. And then
what?
Cherry wound up abusing some of that power.
What has she done? Like, it was... I am going to admit, I'm still a little weirded out by the fact that she knew we were running through the forest. That still bothered me. But
she's been... She took a couple of the fireflies and she's sort of been using them as her own personal spy network.
She's clearly been on this longer than we have known.
And she's very dangerous. You did a really good job knocking her out.
Thanks.
You should probably gag her.
I'm strong.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Cherry. It's a nice scarf, and she's gonna take her own scarf off, and like it's silk, and kind of gag her.
So before we go through with this, I'm going to look at Kelly and I say, is there a way that you might be able to understand what the mother is thinking? Like if she's lucid dreaming or something like that? Can you look?
Can try.
And then we'll have her answer, because if she is angry, then we put her to sleep. But if she wants to leave, then maybe we wake her up.
Okay.
I'd feel more comfortable having more information. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly sort of begins to walk towards the back wall and places a hand on the mother's, a very small portion of the mother's face. And you see her close her eyes, and Kelly begins to glow in a very similar light to those fireflies. And there's that sort of she's floating. In a sea of stars. And her babies are with her.
Wants to leave.
She doesn't mean anybody harm. And she says she's sorry she took me.
I think now would be a good time for Kelly to have a weird vision of something that has to do with
Good
Cherry.
call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Absolutely. So what was the vision that you wanted specifically?
Something to do with Cherry, because I think they've probably crossed paths in the time.
Absolutely. You see or she says, Cherry's been back here a few times. Each time she took a little bit more. Got a little bit more powerful. But she couldn't take the whole thing. She needed a conduit?
Oh.
He was gonna use you to do it.
She's done this with
Is it-
others.
Of course she has. Oh my goodness.
Have they survived?
Everyone else that's gone missing.
They came back, but they didn't stay.
She's still out.
So
She is, let me just have a quick.
He's gonna stay out if I have anything
She is
to do with it,
still
all right?
out.
Okay.
All right. So it's very clear that Travis looks over at Willie and is just like, she wanted to kill your sister.
Yeah. She fucking did.
Here's the thing. Once the mother leaves, she takes everything with her.
The power?
Including you.
Nope, I stay. But
Okay.
Okay.
the power goes.
That doesn't
And
matter.
I think if I can teleport, she can too.
Mother? Because it's her power.
Well, then maybe you can just juice her.
Like, give
Give
her
her some.
give
Give her
her
what?
powers back.
Let's feed Cherry to her.
Your attitude changed so fast.
Well, I figure if she's been lying this whole time,
It's
What about your
strange,
art?
Gemma.
She's been spying on me.
Conspiracy to child aside changes your attitude on people.
Every time she came to town to see you, she'd always stay a couple days longer than she needed to. She'd come back with an unusual pep in her step one of those extra days.
Yeah, I honestly, I kind of wondered the last few years if she really cared about my paintings at all.
I think your paintings are good.
Yeah.
And I mean, if she, like she said, was telling the truth about that part, then
yeah,
you still got, I guess, a name out in San Diego?
She's a bitch completely
But-
separately from your art career.
Well, I still think I still think we should feed her to the mother.
I mean, I'm not arguing that.
I mean, once the mother is awakened, I think she might take back that power.
But if that's what she needs, yeah, that extra, like, if Cherry's been sucking up juice over all these years, then, maybe that's enough to...
Should we get started?
Let's do it, yeah.
Do we gotta do anything?
So you all managed to subdue all the agents that are on the ground.
Yeah, Willie, this whole conversation has just been
Hi, Raiders.
knocking.
Welcome in.
Hi, has been just knocking government officials unconscious.
As that's happening, I think I'm going to go over to Cherry and grab her and just kind of drag her over. Because I look at Kelly and I say, if she taught you how to take power, maybe you can just use hers first.
I don't really want my sister to murder someone. If the giant bug murders someone, I'll feel better about it.
I don't think
I think it's gonna kill her.
I don't think anybody is killing anybody.
Kelly sort of says, I don't, if I do it, I don't think I'll kill her.
Okay.
Just to make sure that you have enough. You have the power to do this.
Okay.
Power of Grayskull.
You can see that Blake sort of relaxes. Oh, thank you for that. Ooh.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah. Wipes their nose and there's like a little trickle of blood. Yeah, I'm good.
Anybody who subdues the government like that is good by me.
I do my best. Huh. Okay. I might need all your help though.
Okay. How?
Well, I think, and Kelly sort of says, well, I can't hold all of Cherry's power, but I think you all might be able to. At least between you, and then we can all work together.
You mean us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if Cherry can hold that power, we certainly can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, for the purposes of this,
Oh,
I would
no.
like each of you to... Kelly is going to touch Cherry, grab Cherry's hand, and then she's going to grab each of your hand. And I would like each of you to describe what you think of in that moment when you are pulling the power from Cherry. We'll start in the opposite order. We'll start with Heather.
Okay, so logistical question. Am I supposed to be like like manifesting like in a way to take the power, or am I like receiving a vision because the power is entering me?
However you would like to flavor this. I'm giving you
Of
narrative
course.
control.
As I receive my portion of the power, I see a large forest. The kind that a skier would be really comfortable in, with big, wide, snowy trails and big alpine trees. And it's twilight, not quite dark yet, but the sky is like that medium sort of blue. And there are fireflies everywhere. And they're not flying, they're on the branches of the trees, watching me, but not in a way that's menacing, in a way that's encouraging, like when your parents show up to a concert for you.
Make me a charm roll.
I can do that. I have a 14.
Beautiful. Perfect. Gemma.
She just kind of looks at Cherry for a few minutes. She's having some big feels. It's very personal. Like, she trusted Cherry for all of these years, and really Cherry had been her only friend besides Travis for decades. And so she kind of just sits on the ground, crisscross applesauce, and just kind of looks at her and kind of tucks the hair kind of back behind her ear and just says, you could have done so much more with this gift, Cherry. And yet you chose to be poisonous. It really didn't have to be that way. It could have been groovy. She closes her eyes and just kind of closes Cherry's eyes with her hand, and it just kind of it rewinds her friendship out of Cherry.
Make me a flight roll.
$11.
Okay, perfect. Travis.
So as he starts to feel that power kind of creep over into him, he feels like he is starting to see like time flow, right? So like the world spinning around him, the ground growing damp with rain, the trees starting to grow, the moon spinning and day cycling, and you know, the things that he loves that come into being, you know, the dinosaurs that come quickly and then go back into the earth, and then you know, animals that come quickly and go back into the earth, and then the buildings, and then even beyond that. And he can kind of see that insectoid-like form of the mother, though big to what he knows, is small in the shape of this sea of stars, and she takes off.
Make me a brains roll. You have +2.
That is a 10.
Perfect. Next up, last but not least, we've got Willie.
I think Willie is just flashing back to like every moment that happened since Kelly's disappearance, how his life kind of just went absolutely downhill since then, and how he's just become a shitty person and just like became resentful and bitter. And now he's kind of starting to get better. Kelly's back, things are getting better. He like, his mom has hope. And then this fucking bitch was just gonna murder my sister? What the fuck?
Sometimes it's like
Bas-
that.
Yeah, so that's the vibe at the moment.
Make me a fight roll.
That's a 16.
Hell yeah. And it's almost like you just yank the last vestige of this power from Cherry. And the group of you feel this. You feel everything. You can feel further up the cave. The children. You can feel the presence of the mother right in front of you. And you can feel the power that is in Kelly. And you can feel the power that is in Blake. And there's this sort of hum, this thrum that fills you all like a heartbeat. What do y'all do?
Gemma's gonna get up and she's just gonna kind of reach out for Kelly's hand. And she's gonna reach out for Travis's and kind of just look at and like start to like Red Rover forward toward the mom.
Yeah, I will finish the chain and put myself with take Travis's hand, take Will's hand, so we're all connected.
Oh, amazing. You all walk towards this towering being. And this glow begins to sort of surround all of you. As this power that has been imbued and imparted to you, this blessing, begins to feed into this creature. You can feel it begin to stir. You see this dream, this being awash in a sea of stars, begin to stir and awaken. And these sort of insectoid eyes, these compound eyes, you see this flare, this spark of that glow that is in you begin to fill these eyes. And there is a small bit of a movement. Not enough that it begins to sort of shake this mountain around you, but just this almost like a whale in the ocean begin to sort of sway. This power begins, you can feel it begin to sort of recede from you as it is pushed into this being. And you see it begin to glow brighter and brighter and brighter before, and you hear this hum also begin louder and louder and louder, but not the same as it was the other night. When it sort of reaches this sort of high end, this crescendo, it all sort of coalesces. And the mother is gone. You all touch down on the ground without realizing that you were hovering slightly. And you can feel Cherry sort of begins to stir. No. What did you do? It's gone. What did you do?
How did she get ungagged?
That's a great question.
No, she could have spit it out, but that's Gemma in character. How did she get ungagged?
It was silk. It's very smooth. But you all stand in this cave with this sort of hole in the wall. Welcome in, Raiders. Good to see you. And it leads even like deeper into the mountain, this massive cavern, this hollow. This pit
incredible.
Travis visibly relaxes now that the giant creature is gone. And he whispers to himself, never liked big animals.
You love dinosaurs, you hate big animals. Amazing. Travis contains multitudes. You begin to hear this soft rumble, like portions of this cavern are beginning to sort of give way.
Uh-oh.
Not enough that there's actually going to be a landslide in the town, but this area is very unstable at the moment, and it might be in your best interest to hurry out of here.
So I look at Cherry and like, well, it's gone now. We probably should get out of here. And I mean, as much as I don't like the government, I don't think we should let these people die.
All right, what do y'all do?
They're awake and oh no, they're passed out because somebody knocked them out. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, nope, can't teleport anymore. Right.
Give me 1 second. Let me just roll a die real quick.
Why? Are we gonna? I think we just gotta start picking government
I would say
dudes up and running.
it would be very handy if I could take out of my backpack something that I may have taken from the car or the facility, a small bottle of smelling salts.
Absolutely. Spend that adversity token for prepared.
Yes, I will. And I will take that out and try and wake up everybody. And hopefully cover my face also.
These heavily armored military people begin to sort of wake up. Are y'all just gonna wake them up and just tell them to run?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wake them up, probably get them up and say, hey, look, show's over. The thing, the cave is about to fall in. You guys went spelunking.
Okay.
Spelunking club is over. Let's go.
And you all begin to make your way out of this cavern. I'm gonna want some last minute flight checks to see how quickly y'all can make it out of here.
I can't wait for that one.
Ooh, I'm going to use all of my adversity tokens that I have left on that.
Let's see, where is that's a D12 for Kelly.
I'm faster than you for once.
Yeah, because I rolled bad.
Use your adversity
Probably
tokens
because
to
Heather
get
is
'em.
still like wonderstruck and you're pulling her.
Sorry, yeah.
So Kelly rolled a 6 on her D12. You only needed to roll like a 5 or higher, I think. Is what you're looking at.
I got a 3.
Woo! No adversity tokens?
Can I spend? How does spending adversity tokens on a friend work?
You can just I
Okay.
would just allow you to spend them.
Cool. And I have the loyal one, so that counts if I'm helping someone as 2, right?
Yeah.
That's what loyal means.
Hell
So
yeah.
that gets gem up to 5, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Perfect.
Tell me, how are you nice to Gemma?
Willie
Hickey.
I think like I'm like kind of I've forgotten conveniently to let go of Heather's hand, and I see you kind of lagging behind, and I just with my other hand kind of like take my really cool police baton that I wanted to keep, and I just like toss it, and I grab you and just start dragging you along as well.
These sections of the cavern begin to sort of collapse around you, and you all make your way to this elevator that begins to pull you up towards
Okay.
back
Wait,
towards the
trust.
surface. You find your way back up at the surface and quickly exit this cave. And you see, waiting outside, a electrical van with a very impatient-looking Jenny Hickey standing.
We figured it out. Everything's okay.
There is this sort of rocket of dust that comes out about 30 seconds after you exit the cave.
Or something like that.
Or something like that.
What did it look like from the outside?
I heard a lot of sort of rumbling. I haven't seen anything.
Oh.
And you do actually notice, as you are rushing out of this cavern system and exiting this area, all the cocoons were gone.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Did Jonah successfully run out too?
Oh yeah,
Everything.
Jonah's
Okay,
got
cool.
this camera around. He's been taking pictures this whole time.
I just want to note that I finally actually made a roll. I exploded 3 times on that.
Hell yeah! What
Nice.
was the total on that one?
It was a 13.
Nice. Nice.
So
Hell
I
yeah.
feel very good about that.
You find your way out. You make your way back into town. You begin to hear this sound of this hum in the air. And above in the sky, you can see these beautiful flashing lights. It's not the same as the hum you heard the other night. It's sort of that soft, gentle, almost like a heartbeat.
Is it similar to what I felt
It's very
on
similar
the
to
cocoon?
what you felt on the cocoon, and similar to what you all felt when you were connected to the mother. And you can sort of look up in the sky and you see this large insectoid creature as it begins to sort of descend upwards towards the heavens, surrounded by 5 smaller ones.
Should have asked them about the duck before they left.
We have to leave other mysteries for us to solve.
Other
You know.
mysteries. I'm like 2 weeks behind on my prom queen campaign.
Are those guys in suits still with us?
They're all like very discombobulated looking. Blake exited the cave with you, and you're all
Big van.
the government agents. You had them tied up, correct? Are they
Oh, yeah.
still tied up?
Oh, do you want me to cut them free?
You know what? I'd say that we get out of the cave
Mm-hmm.
and we give them the key or whatever thing they need to cut it, and then we leave and they can walk.
They can work it out.
Yeah.
That'll teach them for chasing children.
And abducting. Yeah.
My mom.
Abducting your mother. Yeah.
I mean,
Jenny, were any of these the ones that abducted you, Jenny? Is there any you would like to speak with personally?
all of them. Yes.
Would you like
that
a moment
one
alone?
specifically? She just walks up and smacks one of them upside the head.
Yeah!
I'm gonna expect some compensation. And turns and walks. The rest of you hop in the van. You see this whole sight as you pull into the town.
You know, I was reading in Martha Stewart magazine the other day about this new fad called turducken. Have you people heard of this? And Gemma's just driving back into town.
I don't know, but why don't we go to to the shop. Maybe we can get some food. There's probably some bagels made.
Oh, poppy seed with cream cheese.
It is, at this point, the sun is sort of beginning to set. Set? No. Yeah, the sun would be beginning to set at this point. And you pull into Bagels. There is plywood on the outside, but you can still smell some bagels being baked inside. Got a late start to the day.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna walk in and say, "Hey, yeah," because I'm assuming my mom is back there.
Yep.
And say, "Hey, I know that we probably shouldn't do freebies, but me and my friends have had a long day."
Come on in, hon. Tell him to come in.
And he comes back out and waves everybody in. Let's eat, I guess.
Y'all get some fresh bagels. And before we close out this session, I want to know what the next little bit looks like for each of your characters. And we'll start with Becca, with Willie Hickey.
No. I feel like it is okay. Question: is my sister still 14?
Oh, your sister's 14, yeah.
Okay, cool. That maintained.
That stayed.
Okay, great. Well, I think it is like Willie's probably gonna spend some time helping Kelly kind of like revive her room and like get her accustomed to all the great shows and movies that she missed.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We tragically go to Denver for a little bit to visit our dad. I don't know what he knows about this whole situation or what we even tell him, but
I will say that as part of this, in order to maintain your silence about the things that happened, some mysterious checks arrive in the mail. That
compensation
that provide enough for you all to your mom wants to renovate your house a little bit. It's enough to get Kelly like some nicer things in her room. And there is a cover story that is put in place.
Okay. I'll want my mom to spend most of the money on the house and on Kelly and not anything really for me. And I'll help with it, with whatever renovations or anything. And like aside from that, if she would let me be seen with her, I would be helping Heather with her prom campaign that she's behind on, even though I'm the worst person to probably assist with that.
It's all right. I have some things for you in store when it's my turn.
Great,
so, yeah,
lovely.
You can help hang posters.
Oh, what an honor. And then
with that stapler you stole from the government.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The government stapler.
Before we release all those government agents, I make them all sign the stapler that I stole from them. So I have a signed stapler from the government.
It's a good heavy duty one too.
Yeah, it's nice. This is my treasured possession. Speaking of treasured possessions, I think one day I am going to bike over to Gemma's house and just kind of, bike out there and just be like, wow, it's a really nice day today and I'm looking in this direction. Just trying to get Gemma to steal my bike.
She comes out because she's like she saw you through the kitchen window, and so she comes out, she sees it, and she kind of makes a big show of like she had like a an apron she was painting, and she kind of lays it over the railing on the veranda and kind of very loudly walks down the stairs and says, "Wow, this bike is just sitting here waiting for me to take it out since my car was totaled by a slime ball. But, you know, I'm kind of fond of the owner of this bicycle and... Oh, Willie, I didn't see you there."
Oh, Miss Davies.
Hey.
Hi, I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
Hey, I was about to sit on the porch and think. Come have a seat.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, hang out more with Miss Davies. And as for Travis, he's Travis now. It doesn't, exclude you from some light bullying, but that's kind of what friendship is. But it's lighter and less letting Slimeball Ralph punch you in the face.
I 100% think that Travis, 100%, he just looks at Willie and he's like, yeah. So I think we're good on the names now.
Great.
But you know what? I'm learning how to cook different things other than bagels if you want to come by the shop.
Is that the turducken thing that Miss Davies was talking about?
Yeah, she's a really good cook. And honestly, my mom makes bagels and yeah, I should embrace it and all that stuff. But it's fine. Yeah.
Fuck the norm. Fuck the boxes that are trying to put you in.
Yeah, so I think you just come on by, and he probably takes he's probably carrying around bagels in his backpack because that's what he does now. It's just here on the house.
Amazing.
Thanks, Trav.
Love.
I think we'll get to more of Heather later.
Next up, we've got Travis.
Travis is going to continue his artistic career 100% with the book that he was given, vying for a comic book and maybe trying to learn how to use a computer and whatnot. He often goes over to Miss Davies' house, and he's always talking about the dinosaurs and Transformers that he's drawing because that insect thing really inspired him. And he says, I think I can pitch this show. If I can really learn how to draw, maybe I can join the Transformers team. I've got an idea for the show called Beast Wars.
I mean, you might have to move up to Canada to start that one, but meet up with the guys in Mainframe.
It's 100% just hanging around Miss Davies and learning how to cook more, and kind of just leaning into the fact that despite the fact that his name is Bagel, he doesn't just have to cook bagels.
I love it. I love it so much. Gemma. What's the next little bit look like for Gemma?
Well, she's sitting with Willie and she says, I kind of want to apologize. I know you don't know a lot about me. I should have been a little kinder to you. You see, you were just upset about your sister, and I should have seen that. My brothers were both killed in Vietnam. They didn't come back. And I moved to the middle of the country, and I hid in a house by myself, and I let people think I ate your sister, and I thought it was funny. And that wasn't very sensitive of me either. So, I don't blame you for terrorizing me a little bit. I guess I kind of earned it. a little bit too. So just know that I don't hold it against you. And she kind of reaches over and, may I? And if you let her, she'll like take your hand.
Yeah.
And
I'll let
she'll
her.
be like, we're kind of siblings in drama. And I respect you for you. I'm glad we're friends.
Me too. And you, no matter what, you didn't deserve all of that. You're just a person living their life. You didn't deserve to be the child-eating witch that lives in the haunted house. Though, in retrospect, now since you didn't eat her and she's back, it is pretty funny.
Can I admit to you that I actually have an illuminated recipe that I made for your sister that I painted in watercolor in the style of the certificates that the sailors would get when they would cross the meridian. I thought it was kind of it was a coping mechanism. I'll give it to you if you'd like.
I'd love a copy.
You
but
gotta have the secret is nutmeg.
Oh, good. Yeah. I mean, she's a bit of a nut.
Anyway, thanks for
a hickey pie.
I hate that.
And with
Yeah.
Travis, she if Travis will have her, she offers to take him in as her art pupil. And she says, you have an amazing amount of talent, and I see what you draw in your notebooks. And you've kind of seen what I've been up to. I have a couple of propositions for you. I'd like can we write one of those comic books together about what we saw? Nobody would believe it anyway. And I can show you how to make it artsy, and you can show me what to do with all of this. And then if we finish it, I will I'll pay for your college through grad school. You've earned this, and you deserve to follow your dreams and not have to cook bagels for the rest of your life. Can you help me out?
And Travis is clearly taken aback by the statement, and he laughs and he says, "You had me all the way up until the last bit. You don't have to pay for the grad school. I still don't know what I want to do yet.
Know that you can take all the time you need, Travis Bagel, to find out who you really are. And when you figure it out, I got your back, like you always had mine."
Yeah, can I have a moment? And Travis is going to go into the kitchen away from Gemma and cry very quietly while he eats one of his own bagels. It's like, that's so encouraging. I don't know what to do with all these feelings. I've been told I should suppress them, and this is too much.
So you sob softly into this bagel.
So now it's a soggy bagel.
Love it. Last but not least, Heather.
Well, she's not done with
wait,
Heather.
you're not done?
So then she goes to Heather's, and I mean, maybe Heather wants to come to her first. I don't know, but she's got a thing with Heather.
I will. Heather will be visiting you intermittently, but if you have a big thing, go ahead.
So beyond the fact that she does make sure that whatever the Hickeys need, they've got it. Like, she is bonded with Kelly. Kelly's like a little sibling. Like, she doesn't have siblings anymore, and so she's got these new ones, and her and Kelly got tight. And so I think she feels like she lost all of this time living in a big house by herself, and so did Kelly. And so they have kind of this connection. So she does spend a lot of time with Kelly. But Heather, she invites you over for a fancy dinner. It doesn't tell you why. And she apologizes. She says, I only knew what I knew of you through you being in the parades in the paper. And I had the stories that I told in my head. And I really want to apologize for completely misjudging, I shouldn't have judged to begin with. And you taught me that.
I think we're even because I very much thought that you dumped Kelly in the ocean. So, yeah, we're even. I had no proof of that.
Well, it's funny you bring up the ocean. So I know prom is really soon, and you've got a lot going on with that. And so you're going to be too busy to really go out and get a dress. And so I have booked us 2 tickets from Denver to San Francisco on Thursday. And we're going to go and spend Thursday and Friday, and we will shop. And I'm going to find you the most amazing. I have some ideas. I've called a couple of designer friends of mine, and we are going to get you the most incredible prom dress you could ever have dreamt of. And you don't have to worry about it because you've got all those other things to do. And that's just a little bit of my gratitude. Like and pick the hotel. We can stay anywhere you want.
Okay, what did you really bring me here for now?
That's it. I just want you to know that you're worth whatever it is you give off. You're amazing and a really kind person, Heather. So, I'm sorry.
I will hug her for a very long time in silence and then say that I am sorry too.
We're going to have the best girls trip.
You know that they have chaperones, right? You could also come to prom.
I didn't go to prom. Really?
Well,
I could get a dress too.
You could get a dress too. You should get those long gloves. They suit you.
I'm getting us a couple of glasses of wine. Do you like Chardonnay? And she rushes into the kitchen. That's the end of their scene.
Amazing. Heather.
Okay. First of all, Heather was already a patron of Bagels. But
That's how they get you.
Yes. Yeah, it's the poppy seed. She's slightly more present. And one day she comes in, like specifically when Travis is in the shop, with an envelope. And she says, your mailman was outside. I think this is for you. It doesn't have any postage on it. It's clearly, it's very clearly hand delivered. And she will give it to you. And because you cannot read my mind, inside of it is an invitation from the park rangers of Central Colorado for a summer internship based upon your merit as a scout and overall skill in wildlife studies.
Travis is going to read this and go, holy shit, how did you...
What are you talking about? What's in it?
All right. It's a letter that tells me I could probably be a park ranger.
Shit, really? Whoa.
And you know what? Thanks for bringing this to me. I'm really emotional right now. Do you want a hug?
Yeah, I like hugs.
And
like their signage at the parks is horrible, and I know that you can draw. So they need you more than you need them.
You know, some of those dingy signs do need to be updated, like the one of the exhibit for the bear had been vandalized. Slimeball got to that one. But he, for some odd reason, I don't understand, they didn't have one on the duck enclosure. So I think, thanks. Like, I've got so many things that I can do, and maybe we should just hang out sometime, because before this whole thing, we didn't really talk, and I just thought you were, the popular one. And I'm sorry for not talking to you before. You're really kind of cool, and
Yeah, I have trouble breaking out of certain things. You want to learn how to ski? Getting cold.
Yeah, that would be great.
I think that's a good end for that.
That's perfect.
Gemma has topped anything I could have possibly done. My planned mention was that Heather, who has never really had pets, like her family has fostered animals, but they always like get adopted out, and she's a little sad about it. She has like developed like a begrudging attachment to George the beetle cat, and she just like brings things for George the beetle cat. She will show up at Gemma's home randomly with like mouse on a string and a stick, or like, I found this can of cat food that apparently has real tuna in it. It's like very random things. And she will also do all of the necessary paperwork to make sure that Gemma is approved as a chaperone for the high school's prom, so that she may be present with the rest of us.
Amazing.
And Gemma will be weird and do live portraits at the prom for people.
That would actually be so epic, though. That's not weird.
Like when you go to those shows and people are like painting, so she's gonna do like portraits and things of people because it's just fun.
Heck yeah.
Willie Hickey.
Hi.
Where in the configuration of the Hickey family home is your bedroom?
It is probably okay. So like, I assume it's kind of like because it's like a trailer essentially. Like the living room and kitchen are like in one kind of cube, and then there's like a hallway, and then like probably like a bathroom, probably Willie's bedroom, Kelly's bedroom, Mom's bedroom.
Do you have a window?
Yeah.
Okay. You go to Denver, right? To see your father. And as your car pulls up, you guys coming back from being on the road, you can see like a pair of Chucks like dangling where your window would be connected to Heather's legs.
Yeah.
Waiting for you.
I'll come around outside. Be like,
okay.
I'll just like abandon my mom and sister, or just my sister. I don't know if mom.
I don't know how much it is like abandoning them like at your own house.
Yeah,
Your mom and your sister sort of give you a look and they go back. They go inside.
I'll like walk up to my own window. Hey.
She will kick, not hard.
Hey. Fuck. What kind of like
you left town?
Sorry.
You didn't even say you were leaving.
You were there when we had like the discussion when like Dad was on the phone. You were in the van.
Yeah, but that was when we were like saving the town. I didn't know you were actually gonna leave.
Sorry?
Yeah.
I left. I'm back now.
You're so stupid. And she's gonna kiss him.
No. Yeah, I'll kiss her back.
And don't leave again without telling me, or that never happens again.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And,
yeah.
And and pick me up before prom.
What?
Wear a tie, like a real tie.
Yeah. Okay. What color?
Blue.
Okay.
Duh.
What kind of blue?
She points up at the sky.
That okay. Okay. Yeah. I can yeah.
I feel weird leaving now. Can I come in, even though I already snuck in?
You're already like
That's how I got the window
you're more
open.
in my house than I am. Scoot over, let me in. I'm gonna climb in through my own window.
And that's the end of that.
Amazing. So prom comes, and Kelly takes a little bit of time learning how to be a teenager, because it kind of all literally happened overnight. Begins to take on 14 would be 10th grade? 10th grade.
So sorry for her. Horrible grade.
Gets caught up over the summer, like very fast. And begins to start junior high. She figures out over the summer, catches up with kids actually her age, and begins to start a whole new life. Now, Jonah, the conspiracy theorist, pretty much all of his, most of his film and everything else was reappropriated by the government, as it happens. But he might also be recruited at a certain point. Unsure. Unclear. You find out later the day that you return that Slimeball was pulled over driving Gemma's car, and was thrown in juvie overnight, but is let out in time for prom.
Oh, good.
And do you see at one point during prom night a duck goes missing? And so does Slimeball. I've been making rolls behind the screen. Slimeball Ralph successfully steals Quincy the duck.
That's a quacker's amount of karma.
Mm-hmm.
He got the duck!
I can't believe he got the duck.
He got the duck. Not only did he get the duck, later on in the evening on the side of the school, the largest wall, spray painted on the side, Slimeball rules. With 2 duck prints waddling through the paint.
I'd like to think that he held the duck up like this.
With like sprayed around the feet. No ducks were harmed in the making of this TTRPG. And Slimeball goes down in history as the one person successfully able to steal Quincy the duck. Later on, he is caught, apprehended, and the duck is returned just in time for prom king and queen speeches. And the votes are in. Heather Van Michaels, prom queen. Willie Hickey, prom king.
Oh my god.
How cringe.
See, this is why you had to wear a tie.
I am
Fine,
wearing
Willie, the morning
I
of
know.
prom, a tie arrives at your door that matches the dress because I'm sure Heather mentioned that Willie wasn't going to know how to do that. And so Gemma just anonymously just has it dropped off.
Gemma heard like every painstaking detail of like what happened when Heather like pseudo-violently asked him out on the plane ride to California.
Yeah.
So I got a matching tie for him.
Magical night. You all have
Bow tie.
the time of your lives. And on that note, that is where we were going to end this series. Thank you all so much for joining us on this wild, wacky adventure. I have been your GM, Anita, but we'll get to me later. We're going to go around and we're going to have our lovely cast tell us who they are, where we can find them on this worldwide web of an internet, and then we're going to get ready to get the heck out of here. And we will go back in order. We'll start with Becca.
Hi, I'm me. I'm Becca. You can find me any place that I'm worth finding as Cool Armadillo, either with a 0 as the final O or not, depending on the place-by-place basis. As for other locations you can find me on Saturdays in 2 different places. You can either find me on any of your favorite podcast streaming apps for my podcast Unlikely Adventurers, where me and my co-host Macy just talk about random shit and somehow try to make that relevant to the TTRPG atmosphere. It doesn't really work, but we say it does anyway. As for the other place, you can find me at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, for Shadows of Sharn at twitch.tv/GameraZilla Kong, where I play Galen Law Morales, an aspiring detective with a dark secret. We're coming up at the end of our first big mystery, so that's getting exciting. Also, wild throwout if anyone's going to be there. I'm going to be at Neotropolis in the Mojave Desert in a week and a half. So if you're there, hi, find me please. I have no friends there, since someone's not going.
I'm sorry.
Next up, we have Chris.
Why, hello. My name is Omnis. I'm Chris. You can find me mostly on Twitter, Omnis with an _X. And on Twitch, I'm here, I believe, Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, usually around 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 p.m. Eastern, which is 11 o'clock Central Time. And so far, I've been playing a bunch of Darkest Dungeon. Last Thursday, I played Hollow Knight for the first time. And on Thursday, again, I will be revisiting. So I'm just going to say Thursday nights, because that's with a K, because that's the cool way to do it. And we're going to be juggling 2 games finally. So, hey, just come chill out with me, because it's all peaceful stress. And Darkest Dungeon is almost finished. So I felt comfortable getting into a new game. And yeah, just talk to me. I'm here. I like to be around people.
Heck yeah. Go visit Omnis on stream. He's awesome. Next up, we've got B.
Hey y'all, I'm B. You can find me as Kind Ranger on the Tweety Bird app. That's about it for me. I'm not a very exciting person really as it goes. I just am here, I'm there, I'm everywhere, but I'm nowhere you can find me.
Next up, we've got last but not least, Max.
I'm Max. You can find me anywhere that I want you to find me on the internet at Arcane Goth. After this finale, I only have 1 stream a week right now, and that is on Thursdays with Carrion Comfort Studios in Room for Everyone, which is actual play of Vizeba's Bed and Breakfast, which is also on sale right now. You cannot find me in the Mojave Desert because when tickets went on sale for Neotropolis, I was unemployed. But if you're invested in me and Becca hanging out in person after we forced our characters to flirt like little chess pieces for 3 different campaigns, you can donate
So
to me
far, 3.
in my card in my Twitter bio.
Fund this, please, by all means. Last but not least, hi, I'm Anita, or Panita, or Critical Misses. I'm the channel runner for Critical Misses, so you can find me here, either in front of the camera or behind the scenes. I don't have any more shows that I'm in front of the camera for, because Kingsguard is currently on break, and well, I guess I'm also on Morning Ritual, which is Saturdays. This weekend, Saturday, our guest is Eric Campbell, who was the GM for Shield of Tomorrow, Eric's TBD RPG, and a bunch of other Geek and Sundry stuff. So also, Sundays you can find me over on Kira 858's channel for the 5e actual play, which is, it has a name. It does. It really does. It is called, my brain. Frig, you'd think I'd be better at this, but I'm not. It's called Amidst Light and Shadow. Thank you, Exo Girl Wonder. Thanks, Anne. Because Anne is also in that game. And you can also find me over on Gen Con TV's channel for a Everyday Heroes actual play. But yeah, follow me on the Twitter. And if you like overlays or graphic design stuff and you want to hire someone to help you make overlays for your streams, hit me up. My rates are fairly reasonable and help me live and eat and work. That's been our show. Thank you all so much for stopping by. We're going to go on a raid, and I think we're going to go raid our friends over at TPK Roleplay.
Big question is, what about season 3? Did somebody say something?
Whoa!
What was that? That was a voice out of nowhere. Season 3 of The Growing of the Dim. I'm up for it if y'all are.
Could be convinced.
I could be convinced if someone were to twist my rubber arm. I like playing with y'all.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, it's been twisted.
Check us out in like maybe a season or so. Bring back these characters older with a different system. Ooh.
So I'm Gemma Davies, and I live
good
at
Lord.
123 Depression Lane. I grew up in the 1920s. Well, what is it, 1820s? I don't know, but they broke me out of the nursing home, and we're going on another adventure.
Hell
Watch
yeah.
out!
All right, everybody, we're going to go on a raid to TPK Roleplay. We're going to send some love over that direction. Thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out with us tonight. And until next time, Slimeball rules.
Slimeball rules.
Slimeball rules.
Bye, everybody.